Oh, here's your Backstage pass.
Right, quiet on the set.
Action!
Welcome to Sedona's Backstage Pass with Shondra, presented by the Doll Group. This is your inside look into culture, curators, and creative artists. And now, your host, Shondra.
Welcome, everybody, to Sedona's Backstage Pass, where you'll hear the behind-the-scenes stories that you'll never get unless you tune into the show every Saturday at 10 a.m. And also later, you can find these all up on Mellow Mountain Radio, 106.5 FM and 780 AM, on their website, and also on Apple Podcasts. So you can always hear it, and make sure you share it, okay? And I want to thank my engineer right now, Ryan Thompson, who I am waving to. You can't see that because this is just audio. And also the owner of the station, Chuck Helstein. Thank you guys so much. I love having this show. So much fun. Well, you are in for a big treat today. We are going to hear from one of my sponsors and somebody who's very, very adorable and adoring and very bright, very smart, Christina Schweiss. Oh, just love her. Yes, she is the daughter of Patrick Schweiss from the Sedona International Film Festival. But let me just say, she's very, very talented and is her own person. And we'll get to that later. I always like to start my show talking about events that are going on in Sedona simply because I want to be a helpful person. You know, I have my own events, and I always love it when people share where they can go and see me and enjoy anything that I'm involved in. So I like to do that with other artists and events going on. First of all, at the Sedona Art Center, which is in Uptown Sedona, if you are here on vacation during this coming week and this weekend, starting, today, which is Saturday, you can still take in the Big Gay Art Show right there at the Sedona Art Center. It's free admission, and they are open daily from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. Make sure you go on over there. And the Big Gay Art Show is going all the way through June 25th, so you still have some time to go check it out. It's a lot of fun, you guys. Really, really fun. Also, the Community Library Sedona, that wonderful, wonderful place always has events going on. Like, for instance, coming up, there's lantern making from 1 to 2 p.m. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to lead you to the communitylibrarysedona.org. That site has a whole events calendar daily. They have daily events and daily lectures and all kinds of really cool things to check out, including Zumba. Yes, no charge for that. So much fun. Make sure you go to communitylibrarysedona.org. Also, the same thing with Sedona Art Center, which is sedonaartscenter.org. You can always Google those too, of course. Now, tonight, you still have time to attend the Tilted Earth Wine and Music Festival at Page Springs Cellars in Cornville. The exact address is 1500 North Page Springs Road, and this event is from 4:30 p.m. to midnight. We're talking about really delicious wines and wonderful music. And you can find out more information and get tickets at tilted and then earth.com. You can find out all that information. And also, if that's not your bag, you don't want to do that tonight, you can also go to what they're referring to as, Be Me Drumming. Free to Be Me Drumming. And that is actually happening today. Right after you hear this, go run over to Posse Grounds at the pavilion there, 12 p.m., Free to Be Me Drumming. And all the drums are provided. This could be fun. You find out that you actually have rhythm. Wow. And if you've got rhythm and you know it, well, go on over there because I'm sure they would really appreciate your presence and enjoying all the drumming together. Now, again, tonight at the Sedona Film Festival over at Mary Fisher Theater is the phenomenal guitar player Esteban. He is quite the artist. He's in concert over there tonight at 7 p.m. You can go to sedonafilmfestival.com to get those tickets, or just go on over there to Mary D. Fisher Theater, where the Sedona International Film Festival theaters are, and buy a ticket. All right. So that's a few things to contemplate doing over this weekend. And you can always check out all of the events that are going on here in Sedona just by Googling it, right? Now, I do want to make a report. The show last night for the Sedona Ballet over at Sedona Performing Arts Center was absolutely fantastic. And I just want to give a big shout out to Winnie Munch. Boy, I'll tell you, that was a dyslexic moment. Not Minnie, Winnie Munch of the Sedona Ballet. You can check out all that she's doing and her team of wonderful choreographers and instructors at sedonaballet.org. She put on this great retreat, and people were they were ecstatic with this performance. I know I was. Tom and I went, and it was phenomenal. And if you've got kids that want to dance, definitely check out sedonaballet.org, because it's a wonderful place also, Sedona Ballet, where you can get your kids involved in dancing. And we've got the Nutcracker Suite coming again this December, so maybe they might want to be in that with some professional dancers from Phoenix. Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, Winnie, for everything that you do. Really appreciate it. So now we're going to actually move into my very first guest. You know her as the owner of Quicker Cleaner Car Wash, which is in West Sedona. And if you've not been there, make sure you go there because it's amazing. That car wash is like something you want to sing about. Remember that? Got the car wash blues or whatever that was, right? Yes. Okay. So the thing about it is, Debbie Johnson, thank you for being here. Thank you so much for what you do. And you are such a philanthropist. A lot of people don't know this. You wouldn't know this because a true philanthropist never talks about all the things they do in a community or for individuals or for groups, organizations, and you are that. But last time you were here, I just want to get back on this. Last month, you were with me, and you were talking about your journey and all the business that you did. You are one smart cookie, and how we ended with you had just begun to meet Bill. After 2 marriages, the first one you had 3 children with, and the second one you were with all the way for almost 30 years, and you were there by his side, and he was in your arms as he passed away. And just so loving, and so what a heart you have. And then you thought you were done, and you met Bill. Tell us about it, because we had to stop there. It was not fair. Okay, well, go ahead.
Bill was challenging his committee members on dealing with this situation they were in.
And what was that? He was super busy, right?
They were all businessmen and mostly NFL football players that had invested a lot of money in an investment company that Bank of America had put on the display for and introduced them to. And it turned out to be a Ponzi scheme.
I mean, what a thing.
Yeah, it was a bad thing.
Oh, my gosh. It's like the last thing you want to find out about, right?
Yep.
And so here's Bill, and they're looking to him to help get out of the situation, solve it?
To try to manage the bankruptcy and the trustees and the lawyers. And, there were a lot of them. And so he was the chairman of the finance committee. They took like the top 7 investors, heaviest investors, and put them on this committee. And this was his life for a while.
Like how many years? Like years?
Oh, well, this happened in 2005, and it finally finished up in, this is 2025.
Yeah.
So it finished up in about 2022.
Oh, my
gosh. It took a really long time.
Unbelievable. Now, you met him when? What year was that?
I met him in December, in 2006. I met him in 2006, yes.
Okay, so you're with him in this journey as he's trying to get through this whole thing, right?
I discovered I was with him, yes.
Right? So, what was that like? He was a go-getter. He was like, I want to have a relationship with that woman. Because he put his foot down, didn't he?
Oh, yes.
What did he tell them? Yes. Tell them what you told me. It was so great.
I don't even know what it was.
No, but I mean, he say, that's it. I have never had...
he told his committee that they had to find him his perfect soulmate. He didn't have time to look for her, and he had never found her. He was going to be 65. And if they didn't find her in 90 days, he was going to quit this job, and they were going to have to take on the chairmanship. So they, left thinking, what the heck? And their wives were all there. And
so they all became what we would call yentas. They were like... Matchmaker.
Yes.
Make Bill a match.
Exactly.
This is bizarre to me.
It is.
Like all of a sudden, he's in the business of they're in the business of trying to find him, his soulmate. It's lovely.
So Greyline had a board meeting in Vancouver. We're all up there, and one of our board members, who was the head of Coach USA, said he couldn't be there. And we never let anyone be at the meetings except board members. But he wanted to send his vice president of marketing, because Greyline was primarily a marketing company, and see if he couldn't do some good. So we sat together, and he showed me all the pictures of his wife, and she was beautiful, and their daughters, and they were beautiful. And we had just such a good time. And he went home and told Bill, I found her.
Oh, my God.
I found your woman, and I'm going to send you a picture.
I can't believe it. So mission accomplished.
Yeah, Bill called me on the phone, and we talked. We talked for a month, and he called every day, several times a day.
Okay, now wait a second. You talked for a month. You did take rests.
Well,
it wasn't like a straight month.
No.
Like you were just never
it
even
was several,
peed. I don't know.
Calls
That's
every day.
A long phone call.
No, not a really long phone call.
Okay, all right.
But during the next month, we talked many, many times.
Okay.
And then finally, he came to Denver to meet me for lunch. And this is really bad. Okay, I'm going to tell you a really bad thing.
We're going to hear. Okay,
yeah, you're going to hear
behind the scenes, everybody. Here we go.
Yeah, this is. I'm a really wuss when it comes to booze. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right.
So, my girlfriend in Denver had told me, you got to get on Match.com. You really have to get out there. I said, oh, I can't do that. And she said, oh, yeah, you've been you need to date or something. I said, I can't do that. She says, just create it. She brought over a bottle of Santa Margarita Pinot Grigio. And Debbie, who never drank more than a few sips of anything because she's such a wuss, helped her drink that whole bottle.
Oh, my goodness.
And then I wrote my Match profile.
Okay.
It started with blonde hair, blue eyes, long legs, sensuous widow, loves dogs, sex, and rock and roll.
Okay. I like that. Well, that got some attention, didn't
it? It got a lot of attention.
I bet the whole network is blowing up.
Yes, it was. And I put it away. You know,
you immediately deleted it?
It scared me to death.
Oh, I can imagine.
But what I didn't know was they had sent, Bill was looking on Match, and they had sent him my profile.
Okay, now, is this after he's heard from his fellow?
It was before, but he didn't know it.
Oh, this is hysterical.
So then his buddy sends him my picture, and he says, oh my gosh, I know this woman. Oh, I've got her picture.
This is a Sedona story, actually. I know you're not in Sedona at this point, but this is outrageous. What are the chances of that?
Oh, I can't even imagine. So we went to lunch. I'm dressed very professionally. I'm being very professional. I'm meeting this guy. He's a very wonderful adventurer type guy. And we're having a lovely meal. And then all of a sudden, he puts his head on his chin.
Yes.
And he gets this Johnny Carson look in his eyes, and he says, so, you like sex? I knew my cover was blown.
Oh, my gosh. So that's when you knew.
I could have gone through the floor.
So you didn't know that he had seen your
Match? No, I had no idea.
Oh, that's so funny.
But
you had to get a big laugh out of that. Did he do the whole thing, like the sex and rock and roll, you know?
No, he just did So You Like Sex. That was enough for me to know he'd seen it.
Okay.
But then he came back the next week for dinner. And then I was going on a sailing trip. A friend and I had rented a 52-foot Beneteau. We were going to sail Maryland. We'd done a lot of sailing trips together. And Bill, for his birthday, he and I had met for our third date in New Orleans.
Ooh.
And he was giving me the whole tour of New Orleans. And he said, this was after Katrina.
Oh.
And he was working with the Bishop of New Orleans on the reconstruction.
Wow.
And so
it's a pretty big deal.
So I flew out there and met him. And it was magical. He was giving me a tour of everything. He says, "You don't seem very excited about all this." I said, "I grew up here."
Right. That's so funny. He didn't know that.
No, he did not know
so
that.
Funny.
And then we had dinner and spent the weekend together, and forevermore.
Wonderful.
That was it.
You
yes,
knew.
we knew.
That's great.
We knew, and that was it.
And he was really into cars, wasn't he?
Oh, he was he professionally raced Jaguars in Europe when he was in the Army. Whoa. After he finished his bachelor's in Yale, then he went on to become the youngest partner in McKinsey. Then before that, he joined the Army because it was, Vietnam and all that stuff was going on. And he was stationed in Germany, and he started racing Jags.
Unbelievable.
And just had an amazing time. And then he came back and was the youngest partner in McKinsey, and traveled all over the world doing turnarounds for McKinsey.
And McKinsey was?
It's the premier consulting firm in the nation.
Oh.
And so he went to Germany and Europe and Africa and all over the place doing consulting. And General Electric was his biggest client.
Oh, that's so funny.
And what he did at General Electric was he started their strategic planning process.
So here you're working for General Electric and you're rubbing elbows with him. You don't even know he's there.
No, we don't know. We don't know. So when we got together and we started talking about these things, and he says, "You're at General Electric as a strategic planner." And I said, "Well, they taught me to be a strategic planner." He said, "Oh, really? Well, did you use this particular book?" And I said, "Yes, I did use that particular book." He said, "I was one of the authors for that book." And he went and pulled it out, and there was his name, William E. Johnson.
Oh, that is, okay. These stories, I'm telling you, these stories are unbelievable. You couldn't make this up. This is just...
No.
You knew it was meant to be.
We both did. We both did.
So now, his love for cars, did he have a lot of cars?
Well, when we married, he had 7 cars.
7 cars?
Yes.
And now, did you get to drive all those cars?
And an airplane.
And an airplane? Ooh.
And a houseboat.
Okay. And
he was crazy.
So did you drive all those cars?
I didn't drive any of his cars.
Did you get to fly the plane? Did you pilot it?
Not on purpose.
Uh-oh. There's a story here. I can feel it. Not on purpose. What happened?
Well, when we were on our honeymoon, we went to Africa. And we rented a plane. There were 6 couples, and each couple had a plane. And we flew all over Africa for 12 weeks.
Who does that? You say it like, we flew, for 12 weeks, we flew all over Africa. Like, what?
Well, it was wonderful. It was fabulous. But during the process, at one point, he says, "Hey, Debbie." And I said, "Yes." He says, "We have a problem." And I said, "What's that?" And he said, "Well, we've lost all the electricity in the plane."
Oh, you're in the air?
Yes.
And he's telling you this?
Over the Okavango Delta. And I said, "Okay, now what?" He says, "Well, don't worry about it because the plane, the rotors are running and the plane will stay in the air. But I have everything. I brought everything I could possibly need to either repair it, replace it, or do some makeshift work so that, we can land." I said, "That's fabulous. What a man. I married a hunk of a man. I mean, did I marry a great guy or what?"
Right.
And he gets up and walks to the back of the plane. And I say, "Bill," I'm looking at the windshield and I'm looking at the controls and I'm saying, "Bill," he said, "Oh yeah, you have to fly the plane while I'm doing this."
Oh my gosh.
I cried the whole time.
You did?
Yes.
Like, were you really crying?
I was
whimpering. No. Were you quietly crying?
I was quietly crying, but the tears were flowing. And
this is crazy.
But then when he came back and got us going, and we did eventually land, and he said, "I want you to know that you stayed within 100 feet the whole time. That's enough to pass." And I said, "All right. I never want to do it again. Thank you."
That was it. You're like, "I'm done."
But after that, every time we got in his plane, he always wanted me to do it for a little while. I hated it.
gosh.
I really didn't like it.
It was like torture.
It was.
What was it? He just loved seeing you behind the wheel?
No, he thought I should know in case of an emergency.
Well, yes, there is that, isn't there? Yeah. So
But I didn't want to know.
You never landed a plane, did you?
No, I did not.
You never took off?
No, I did not.
No. Mm-mm. But if you had to, my instincts tell me that you would have been
But
like
I would have
the hero.
cried.
You would have been crying, but everybody would have been safe. I have a feeling about that with you. You're that kind of person. You're like, all right. You're a little like Unsinkable Molly Brown. Did you ever see that musical?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. She's the one who was on the Titanic. She was a real person.
Yes.
And she saved a whole bunch of people on the Titanic. She was
Yes,
that person.
she did.
That's who you are. That's who I see you as. I just see you as that woman who's just going to take charge. You may be crying. It's possible. Tears might be flowing, but you're taking charge and making sure it all goes well. That's just, So now, I know you juggle a lot. You juggle lots and lots. Lots of women do that. I juggle lots.
Sure.
I don't even know where I am if I don't look at my book. Do you know?
Me too.
Right?
Yeah.
And you have a specific towel, which you told me about before we started this show today. And I want a towel just like that. What does it say? You have to be kind of careful.
Well, I got this.
So we're on the air.
I sell this towel at the car wash, so I want you to know I can get you one.
Oh, you have it at the car wash.
Yes.
Okay.
So what this towel says is, I'm experiencing multiple WTFs an hour at this time. And it's sort of the story of everything that's going on all the time. And I'm sure I'm not alone with that. But
no, you are not.
The towel is so perfectly for my life that I have it taped and pinned to my cabinet door in my kitchen, right next to another towel I have that says, "God, put your hand on my shoulder, your arm on my shoulder, and your hand over my mouth."
I love that. I love that. That is good. That's a sign?
That's a towel.
It's a towel too.
Yeah, I have them both up on my cabinet.
You know what? This is like perfect for me. Lately, I have been just juggling and crazy and running from here to there and not knowing where I am. My dog is just doing this. Just look one side to that. Just watching me move fast. Where is she going now? Oh, now she looks like this. Dead quilters.
Oh,
sees
yes.
me in the wigs. All the things that are going on. It's a crazy world, right? And I'm in that place where I'm kind of speaking like a sailor.
Oh, yes.
You know what I mean?
It happens.
It does. I don't feel so bad now because you you have this quality of homespun and, you're like Marianne. You're the Marianne. I think of myself as like a Marianne, right?
Yes.
Lisa Dahl's like Ginger.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
From Gilligan's Island, for those of you who are too young to remember, it was an island where they all crashed there, these tourists, and they were all very different, two women. And so I'm just saying, we're both Mariannes. But I have to say, Marianne, in me, has been a little like a sailor Marianne.
Yes.
You understand?
I do.
That's why I need the towel.
Yes.
I need both of them.
Oh, well, I'll get you both of them.
I'm going to pin mine up on my studio. I'm actually going to throw it up there when none of the coaching students are in there, right? And then I'll put it up when they're not in there.
Okay.
And just look at it. It's all good.
It's just a reminder.
Just a reminder. So I also want to talk to you about this special table that Lisa Dahl had for you and Bill and his dog Target. Because you had met Target at the same time.
Yes.
And now you come into Dahl and DeLuca, and you're given this special table that not everybody gets to sit at.
No.
Right? And it was your favorite table? Now, this is during the courting time before you're together?
Yes.
Because how long were you together before you actually tied the knot?
About 6 months.
6 months?
Yeah.
Oh, you knew.
Oh, yeah.
That's fantastic. See, nobody knows this.
Yes.
They just gave information. Everyone's going to go, wow, that's fantastic. If you know, you know.
Yeah,
right?
We knew.
That's a beautiful thing. And so you go in there, and is this like during the time you're dating now?
Right. Well, Bill had known Lisa for many, many, many years.
Was he living in Sedona, and you came to Sedona?
How
did that happen?
Bill lived in Aspen, but he had a lot of property in Sedona.
Oh, okay.
At that time. And he was here a lot. And he was a hiker. He was an adventurer. He did great things. But he loved Dahl and DeLuca. And he knew exactly which table he wanted to take me to when he first brought me here.
It had to be very romantic.
It was extraordinarily romantic.
Yeah, so he's impressing you now. And he's got his dog with him.
Well, of course, yes, Target. Target was his service animal.
Oh, okay.
And Bill's had a few. And Target was Target actually had several careers. He was a service animal. He was also a trial champion for many, many years, very, very much so. He was the Purina Dog Chow cover dog, and on their commercials and on their dog food box. He held the bowl, the dish, and was on the cover of the.
Come on, I've seen that. Oh, that's amazing.
That was Target, and
you were with a celebrity.
Sure.
I'm like. What? I'm like going, wow. I mean, you're talking to a dog person, so
yeah.
I'm like, only in a perfect world would you have a dog that would be on the cover of
he was also
treats.
A stud dog.
A stunt dog?
A stud dog.
A stud dog. Oh.
And so
okay.
Bill loved to tell all his buddies,
oh.
yeah, Target's had all these four careers, but when I ask him which one was his favorite, he always says being a stud.
That is hysterical. That is so funny. Well, they say that we're like our dogs. I don't know. I'm just saying. That is hysterical.
I can't argue with that.
No, you can't talk about that. We won't talk about that. Well, we have actually run out of time.
Okay.
Talking to you is such a joy because I just feel like, first of all, fellow Texan, I mean, really, you just bring me right back there, and you're just such a love, and thank you so much. We're going to have you back, of course. You'll be with us every month, and I thank you for your sponsorship.
Shondra, thank you for letting me. I appreciate it so much. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. Quicker, Cleaner Car Wash. You must go. Again, when you go there, ask if Debbie's around and just thank her for all the things that you haven't heard about yet, but you will. You'll have to come back when Debbie's with us. Sedona's Backstage Pass. And thank you, Debbie, so much for being with us and making this show happen. We'll be right back. Need a clean car fast? Come to Quicker Cleaner Car Wash. We'll have you sparkling and back on the road in just minutes. Whether you're after a quick shine or a deep clean, you'll get top quality service, eco-friendly soaps, and smiles all around. Drive up, shine up, and feel good, all without slowing down your day. And look like a star in your car. Located in West Sedona on Highway 89A. For more information, visit quickercleanercarwash.com.
You can taste it in every bite. For over 30 years, Chef Lisa Dahl has redefined what it means to dine in Sedona, serving soulful, handcrafted cuisine inspired by love, artistry, and community. From the wood-fired kitchens of Mariposa to the couture flair of Butterfly Burger, every experience is elevated, every ingredient intentional. To learn more about Lisa Dahl and the Dahl restaurants, please visit cheflisadahl.com.
Here's more of Sedona's Backstage Pass with Shondra, presented by the Dahl Group.
I am so excited for my next guest being here. Christina Schweiss. Ask yourself, those of you listening who are residents, do you know Christina Schweiss? I do. She was one of my private students. She was also involved in Sedona Youth Theater with Dev Ross, my creative partner, and I, when we were doing Sedona Youth Theater for like 16 years. And she was in at least 2 of them, if not 3. And also, you've seen Christina Schweiss at the Sedona International Film Festival as she is volunteering there. And more recently, at the Community Library, Sedona. Thank you. And welcome, Christina.
Thank you. I'm so glad to be here. It's so fun. It's good to see you. I haven't seen you in so long.
I know. And it's like the last time, I want to say I saw you during the film festival in February, and then maybe
like briefly.
Oh no, I see you like running.
Right? Yeah.
You are so busy.
That's just a whirlwind.
Oh my gosh. You know, there's not very many people that are still residing in Sedona who are actually born and raised here. But
That's
you
very
were.
true. I'm one of the many, or one of the few, very, very few. Very few.
One of the few.
Yes. So it's always fun, and I don't know. I love Sedona. I did have a love-hate relationship with it growing up, and like I needed to get out. But then I came back, and I said, "This is my home." I don't know. Something changed, and something clicked for me.
It's very cool. cool. Well, I'm really happy that you're here. I mean, many of us feel this way. You went away to go to university. Where did you go?
I went to Southern Utah University. Go Thunderbirds.
Yay.
And, I studied communications there with a media emphasis, and I did radio broadcasting there. I worked for the school newspaper and also for the local newspaper in town. I did so much. I was in a sorority there. It's just
my gosh, busy.
Always,
of course you would be.
It never ends.
So
even today.
Did any of the theater and voice training that you had from me and also Sedona Youth Theater, did it help you?
Oh, sure. I mean, it definitely helped with because I hosted a podcast with one of my best friends, Cormac Bone, and so it helped with that, just going off and being spontaneous and improvisation, Yeah,
I'm going to tell you, for those listening, Christina was a star in our classes. Incredible. I was like, I would look at Dev and go, put Christina in that.
Oh, sweet.
And it will turn on everybody's lights. Will just go like, wow, because you were so fast, so good. Mm-hmm. Once you learned those skills, you were in. And then, of course, you're a wonderful singer. Are you still singing?
No. I sing for myself, and that's about it. But I mean, this is not a dream, but it'd be fun to do like a Sedona concert and just say for one night only I'm singing and just random songs. But what if no one shows up, and then that's my nightmare? So
first of all, everyone would show up.
That's true.
I'm glad that's not your nightmare.
Yeah, that's true.
I've seen you in front of audiences, and you like light up.
I'm fine. Yeah, talking in front of people, I have no problem. But if no one showed up, then I'd be like, they hate me, run away and hide.
No. There'd be so many of us promoting you.
Sweet.
I would be like the proud coach.
Yeah. I knew her when.
Yeah. I coached her. I'll be like in '98. I remember her. Yeah, exactly.
Cute.
No, I mean, because you have a wonderful voice, and I would love to see that happen.
Yeah, if my dad hears this, he's going to roll on the floor because I told him I'm never singing ever again. And so I don't know. I'm putting it out there. I think it'd be interesting.
You could do it.
I could do it
at Mary Fisher.
Exactly.
Or you could do it even
at the library. Perfect.
Boom.
Yeah. I will say your improv teaching and skills has made me very witty and quick, especially when I'm flirting. And so kudos you and Dev for that, because I'm like, I didn't come up with that on my own.
I like that. Mm-hmm. It's actually helping you in your romance life.
It is. So thank you very much.
That's very good. I love it. So let's talk about this. What was it like with your very first podcast? Were you recording it, or did you go live? Because it's all live anyway. Even if you record it, it's live. You're not editing.
We'll do separately, because I did a radio show solo first, and that was so nerve-wracking. I thought it would be so easy, and it really wasn't, because my brain goes so fast that I would stumble on words all the time. And so I had to write down everything I was saying just so it would make sense and be clear and everything. And then with the podcast, that one was more relaxed just because I knew they were editing it afterwards. Oh. And so it was like, I could mess up, or I could say, hey, pause that right there, and then cough or do something, And so it's like that one I felt more comfortable with, just because I knew there was a little bit more leniency. But,
understandable.
Yeah. But then I did a radio show with Aiden, my friend, and Cormac again. And it was a morning show, and it was just so fun. I didn't have to worry about that at all, because we all bounced off each other, and they're some of my best friends, and I don't know. It was a great time.
You had a great time. This is good. How long did you do these for?
The radio show was 2 years, and the podcast was 1.5 years, I think. And then I did solo shows within the 4 years of my university.
Okay, so you can't see me, everybody, but I'm like bowing to her right now, because this is my first time at podcast. Done a lot of voiceovers for years and years and years. Got that.
Yeah.
Done the audiobooks. Done all that.
So fun.
At podcasts, this is the first for me. So you're the veteran sitting at the table here.
Oh, they're so good. They're so chill. And once you've done that, you can do anything,
It's really fun. Yes, those improv skills do come in handy. So now, let's see. You're still volunteering for the Sedona International Film Festival.
A little bit.
You are like cringing. You're like
cringing. That is
I'm
like
doing
my dad's world.
It is.
So I like going to the VIP parties, and I like having fun during the film festival. During the actual rest of the year, I don't necessarily help as much.
Right.
I've done concessions a lot for them, and I did their movie truck for them last year, and they're starting that up again coming up on the 12th is their first one at Base Camp. Highly recommend. That is the brewery right across the street from the library, and so they're showing American Graffiti. I won't be there. I'll be in Mexico, but it'll be so fun. So highly recommend that, and go check that out.
That's so good. What was it like growing up with Patrick Schweiss?
Oh, gosh. People would probably think it's a lot more glamorous than it is, but you had to grow up very, very fast. My brother and I had to talk to adults that were obviously double our age and even more so. And so that was a little challenging. And I have a very different childhood than a lot of my friends did. Just because we were in front of... is it Jerry Stiller, the guy from Seinfeld and stuff? Yes. We were in front of him when I was like 7 years old. And, we were talking to Billy Zane from Titanic when I was 12, So it was just, and Nicolas Cage, all these people that normal kids my age would not have interacted with. And we were we were subjected to talk to them and act like real human beings and real adults with them, even when we weren't so much.
I know. Well, has it helped you with any of the... You're not intimidated at all to speak to anybody, right?
Yeah.
So speaking to a star is not a big deal.
Yeah. It really shows, because of the film festival, that everyone is just a normal person. And yes, there's some divas, but it's like, we just go past them and go to the nice ones.
That's right. Mm-hmm. That's right. It's so good. What good training ground.
That's true.
For that.
Mm-hmm.
Who was the funniest person you've met?
Funny. I don't know about funniest, but Billy Zane always comes to mind, because I was, probably 17 or something. And then he was very drunk and was at a VIP party. And this is no gossip. This is nothing crazy. This is just him having fun at the party.
We're all drunk at the film festival.
It's
like those parties.
Exactly.
Right?
Everyone knows.
Yeah.
And so my friend and I were driving him home, and he literally was like, Christina, I have a great idea. And I was like, okay, what is it, Billy? Like, tell me what it is. And he's like, we need to make a donut shop and call it Sedonuts. He literally had it just that same day. And so I'm like, dude, we already have that there. And he's like, we do? And he was so sad. And I was like, oh my gosh. That's probably my favorite story.
That is a good one.
Yeah.
That is really good. Mm-hmm. I love it. I love it. And then who was the person who intimidated you the most that you met? Anybody? Like someone you really wanted to meet? Did you? I know somebody that you just met.
Yes, we can talk about that.
Did you become like 11 again when you met him?
Okay. I'll talk briefly about this. Adam Lambert is the love of my life, at least just music-wise, and he's really shaped me into who I am today, just his mannerisms and how he's so himself. Yes. And so I've looked up to him since I was at least 10 years old and saw him making out with another guy.
Yes, right.
I was like, that's who I want to be. And then, so recently we had the opportunity, my family and I, to go to New York and see Broadway shows. So we saw Death Becomes Her, The Lion King, and then we saw The Cabaret with Adam Lambert as the MC. And,
he had to be perfect.
He was perfect. And I've never cried so much in a live show before, and it was heavenly. And then in Broadway world, they can do the thing where fans can wait backstage when they come out the stage door, and you can hope to get a picture with him. And so as soon as the show ended, I bolted out of there and stood my ground in the line. And I waited, at least 30 minutes, maybe even 45. And it was so cold because it was basically winter. And then he came out, and I went crazy. It was the best.
You were like probably 10 again.
I was 10 again. My heart was racing. And he has a nail polish collection. And so I was wearing his nail polish in honor of the concert, or in honor of the show. And all I said was, I'm wearing your nail polish. Can we get a picture? And
this is what you said.
That's what I said. And I was like, this is the best day of my life. And so now the picture is like blown up in my room, and it's just awesome.
I think it's great. Mm-hmm. I mean, I can say, I remember you doing Adam, and I loved him. I thought he was awesome. Such a great entertainer and a wonderful singer. Right. Amazing. So for you to meet him, that was really good. What, in a perfect world, who now would you like to meet?
Okay, my dream besides Adam. So there's a little trifecta in my brain. Okay, so there's Midland, the country band. I've met some of them just because I had a fling with one of the members, and that's a story for another time.
Oh, my goodness gracious. I'm going to start talking like this now.
Yeehaw. That's so true.
A fling with one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my
and then Adam Lambert, obviously. But then Steven Tyler is my other one that I need to meet him. And sadly, I don't think I will, because he has bad vocal cords right now. But
I know.
He's my dream man.
He's got a story.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You want a real rock and roller. That guy's a real deal.
Yeah.
Well, wow. We just learned something. Mm-hmm. Okay. So now you're at the library. Tell us about this exciting stuff. You're going to have your own podcast there.
Yes, I am. So I have a name for it in my head, and I think my boss approved of it, but we have to make sure with that. But it's going to probably start within a month or so. I have the equipment, and I've been testing it at my house and in the room we're going to be filming in or recording in. Yes. And so it's going to be good. It's going to be about Sedona connections, kind of similar with what you're doing. Right. But we're just going to try to make the library's voice louder in the community.
Good. We need that.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of venues anymore for singers and actors and things. Although Mary Fisher, we've got
of course.
the Sedona Professional Theater that's coming in, and
Yes.
that's exciting. We just did a show there. I was just
nice.
there. Dead Quilter Society, Dev and Gail Edwards and Lisa Galinsky and Samantha Sanchez. I mean, wonderful, wonderful fun there at Mary Fisher. And so now let's talk also about, because you're doing your own podcast, you had some fun stuff going on in your podcast too when you were in Utah.
Oh, yes.
Like, for instance, you told me about something like It's Raining Men. Tell me about that.
Oh, that was a TV show. So I am very boy crazed. I always have been since I was young. And so I was on SUTV, and that is the local news channel the school has / Cedar City has.
Okay.
And so I decided to make a segment when I was being an anchor woman and being the weather woman. And I wanted to make it It's Raining Men, and I would choose a man of the week. And so some of mine have been obviously Steven Tyler, but Alan Alda was one because I'm a huge MASH fan. And so I would just have pictures of them thrown up on the screen behind me after I did my weather segment.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love it. So you talk about being on TV. Do you ever have any thoughts about becoming an anchor?
It would be fun. I mean, I've done it before, and I don't know. I would love to do it, but
I think you would be great at it. Of course, the library would be very sad to.
That's true.
To
I
miss
love
you.
that job, so it's like I don't want to leave that right now, or maybe ever. I don't know. We'll see what the future holds. But I love that job, and I literally, I don't know, was over the moon when I got the call that I actually got this position.
So when you were doing that, when you were on camera, you have to be such a good reader, don't you?
Oh yes, you do. And
what was that like the first time?
It was good. Luckily, our station made us read the teleprompter before we had to go on air, so we would at least get a hint of what we were going to say, and so that definitely helped, because reading on the spot, that's challenging.
It's tough.
I feel bad for any anchor because it's hard.
So do anchors, you would know this, do anchors actually, I've worked behind the scenes with Headline News. I worked for them for a while working sound, and when we were interviewing different people from Headline News and Court TV and that sort of stuff. They kind of made their own notes, their own copy. So is that what you did? Or you're saying they gave you the copy?
Ours, they had the copy. They just had it on their teleprompter, and that was it. We didn't have it in front of us at all. And so I don't know if that's even answering your question. But
yeah, but is that something that goes along, though? You have to also be a writer to be a journalist.
Oh, yes, you do have to do that. Yeah, you make the stories. At least ours, we had to make the stories and film everything and put in news segments and on-air stuff. And
if you were going to be a correspondent, who would you want to work for, and what kind of news would you want to do?
Oh, I wanted to work for E.T. because I love celebrities. I love the drama, and I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but I think it would be so great.
Oh my gosh, you'd be perfect.
I'd be perfect, and it'd be so fun.
That would be. I would watch that.
Right?
I used to watch E.T., but I would watch it now if you were on that.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
I'd be like, oh yeah.
Put in feelers for that, because that would be the dream.
So
if I could just.
If somebody's out there and you know somebody who works for that program, you know who to contact.
Exactly.
Give them Christina Schweiss. Give her name. Give the name.
Give
out.
the name.
Drop the name is what I'm going to say. It's a very good thing. So that's excellent. So that would be kind of a dream job.
Yes. Yeah, I'd say so. The library right now was my dream job because, like I said, I was doing radio, and I was like, oh, that's going to be my thing. And then I came back to Arizona, and I was like, not my thing anymore. And all of a sudden, the library had an opening, and I said, oh, I want this. And then I got an interview, and I said, this is where I need to be. Obviously, you've heard from Tasha, and you met Vivian, and you met Judy Poe, the library director. I was in that interview, and I said, these are the people I need to surround myself with. And I literally was on vacation the week they were supposed to call me, and I was waiting with my phone anxiously the whole time, hoping I would get the phone call that I got the job. And then I finally did, and I literally screamed. I was so excited. I love what I do and the people I've met because of it.
What's the best thing of your job?
Probably the patron interaction, just because you get so many different stories from so many different people. And also my coworkers, there's just, I don't know. I work with great people, and I don't know.
And Jan Mark.
Great friends. And Jan Mark, of course.
Jan Mark is
he's
so
very
much
funny.
fun.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He's a goofy little guy. But
you guys get in trouble over there. I don't know.
No, never. No. I will say he's kind of like a cartoon animal or a cartoon character. And his desk is literally like that. It has random toys and knickknacks all over, and I love it. It's so fun.
Oh, it's like my studio is full of that stuff too. So that's fun.
Yeah.
I love that. So, okay. So you're trying not to get in trouble there.
Yeah.
Are you trying not to?
Never. We got to stay calm, cool, and collected, you know?
There you go. Yes. And of course, I'm sure you have tons of inside jokes.
Oh, of course. You
want
to
share one?
I don't know. I don't think I have any too much.
That
I will say
share,
I got asked out on a date once while I was working the desk. Oh, and that was crazy because it threw me off, and your improv skills came into use.
Oh, well, good.
More or less because I kind of panicked. But the person said, "Oh, can I ask you out sometime?" And I said, "You don't even know me," and I walked away. Yeah. So
that ended that one.
That one was
like, wow, that was a very big no.
Yeah, I was like, I'm so sorry, and I felt so bad after.
Oh, well, it was kind of cheeky of him, don't you think?
I know, but I felt like I was in a rom-com. I was like Jennifer Aniston or something. I was like, this is great.
I love it. Yeah. I know. I think you're a great personality. You would actually make a very good rom-com.
Oh, thank you.
Just build that whole thing around you, you know?
Right.
Is there anything that you want to share with us that's exciting that's coming up for you in particular?
For me in particular?
Yes. Like, I know you're doing lots of social media.
Lots of social media stuff. We're constantly doing videos. I'm going to try to film one today when I get back to the office. Yes.
With those videos that you do with your brother.
Those are good.
With Kevin.
Yes, on Facebook.
Oh my gosh.
Highly recommend.
I'm a fan.
Thank you.
You lip sync.
Yes, my brother and I lip sync to, we've done Mamma Mia songs, we've done random rock and roll songs, Broadway songs.
How in the world do you know all these songs?
I don't know, remember songs more than I remember memories, I guess. And so, but my brother, he was really shocked me just because.
No, I mean, I would never expect that from Kevin.
Never expect it from Kevin. But
you bring it out, see?
I do. Yeah, I force him to do it. And he always gets so excited and has ideas also, which is very funny, and no one would ever expect that.
I love it. No, I mean, he seems very, he's very chill.
Yeah, chill, reserved.
Very chill.
Yeah.
Until
I say, let's go make a video, and he's on it. So it's great.
And I mean, these are extravagant. They're wild.
Oh, true.
There's been costumes.
Oh, costumes. There's like
special
guests.
It's too funny.
Yeah. So go to my Facebook if you want to see them.
That's right.
I need to make an album just for them.
I think so.
You don't have to scroll too far. But
so when you got the job at the library, what did they know you were going to do social media? Is that why you got the job? How did they actually have it posted?
The job was just for a circulation desk person, like interacting with patrons.
Come on.
And that was it.
Are you kidding me?
No, they didn't have it for social media. They didn't have it for the podcast. It literally happened because I came to be in part of their world, and I'm very blessed. Because they saw it on my resume that I had so much background in media and broadcasting.
No, I had no idea. I thought this was a social media gig.
Oh, no.
So you developed it.
Yeah. Well, there's me and this one girl named Daphna, and her and I are like co-managers of the social media, I guess. And so she will film a lot of the time, and I'll be the muse, I guess.
Yes.
Just because I don't care if I go in front of a camera. And so it's her and I who really do it. She had it before I did a little bit, and then together we're taking it off.
So it wasn't like you had to sell them on it.
Oh, no.
Right.
Thank goodness. No, the podcast I had to sell a little bit, but they were just excited that I wanted to do it.
But yeah, because they've gotten to know you.
Yeah, exactly.
They get to see that you're creative, and this would be like a really good thing for them. I think it's great that they're going along with that. So I've done social media filming where you're directing it and you're telling people what to do. Has that been hard for you?
Not too much. Mine is I'm more like if I'm in the video, I want to get it right. If the other people, I'm like, they tried their best. Not be like, it's that type of thing.
Yes,
I'm not going to critique them as much. But when it's myself, I'm like, I didn't say it fast enough or whatever. I didn't do the move sharp enough.
Right.
And so that part is a little harder than otherwise.
Right.
But for the most part, I'm like not to be like a one-hit wonder, but a one-take wonder, I guess.
Yes.
And so it's like, okay, we filmed it. I'm posting it right now. Like, and other people are like, you don't want to edit it or like do other stuff first? I'm like, no, it's better when it's just fresh and raw and you can get it out to the people.
So are you editing online? Like when you're in Instagram or TikTok or do you
Reels? I do it on the app of either Instagram or TikTok, wherever I decide to film.
So you're not using like Final Cut or iMovie?
No, I've done CapCut a few times. I've done iMovie a few times, but those aren't. I mean, like the apps can do it themselves, really.
Yeah, so I know. It's amazing. Amazing what you can do on your phone.
Right.
Hello.
Yes.
It's great. Do you ever see yourself producing? I'm curious.
I don't know.
I think you'd be a good producer.
It would be fun, but
It's a lot.
Yeah, I bet.
I tell you that. But I think you would be great at it because you know a lot of different areas.
That's true.
In what you're doing, you know?
I've definitely dipped my toe in a few ponds before. So.
Yeah, no, I think it's great. Mm-hmm. So now, what's happening as far as like, we're already in the summer.
Isn't that crazy?
I know, unbelievable. So tell me what you're planning to produce as far as a video for social media that's going to promote something that's happening during the summer?
Promote something. Well, we're still trying to promote the summer reading program. It just started literally yesterday. And so at least the adult one, that started yesterday. And so we're trying to keep promoting that one and keep putting people in the know. So that's what one of my reels that I'm going to do later today is, just to promote that. And a lot of our reels are trying to be trending, and so we have to do it like the day of, or if I see a trend happening on my TikTok For You page, then I'm like, oh, we have to send this to the library and make us do it. And so it just kind of happens on spur of the moment. So right now there's a trend called Holy Airball, and so I love it.
What is this?
It's like, oh, you're just a girl. Oh, I'm not just a girl. I'm blah, blah, blah. And it's like, holy airball, because you didn't get it right. And so I want to do one with the library that says, oh, aren't libraries just for reading? Holy airball. We do Zumba. We do line dancing. We have Spanish classes, that type of thing.
Right. Okay, now I understand.
Yeah. So if you're not in the world of TikTok, you wouldn't get a lot of my things, but it's so fun.
No, I think it's great. Yeah. How many followers do you have on TikTok?
Oh, okay. This is a plug for myself. When I first got the account, we had 200, and now we were up to 900. So
900.
Thank goodness, which isn't a lot, but we're getting there.
Yeah, but that's the library.
That's the library.
That's like fantastic.
Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, it's exciting.
Oh, that's excellent. Well, thank you, Christina, for being here.
Oh, of
Christina
course. Thanks
Schweiss.
for having me.
You know, if you go to the library here in Sedona, it is a wonderful, wonderful community place. And make sure you go in and say hi to Christina, because she will be there. You're there. When are you there?
I'm there Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, not Thursday, thank goodness, and Friday and Saturday.
Wow.
And Sunday I have off.
And so you got the Thursday and the Sunday thing going.
Thank goodness.
Not together, though.
No, it's a weird schedule, but I love it.
No cruise ship.
No cruise. No vacation.
None of those
really.
like multiple day vacations.
No.
Nothing like that. So you know where to find her.
Yes, come say hi.
I'm sure that all the events, and also at the beer company.
Yes, go find me at Sedona Beer Co. or Base Camp. I love those people and that place. Oh, it's so fun.
That's so good. You should they should be paying you money.
They really should. I literally promote it to all my friends all the time.
I mean, really. It's like, wow. Mm-hmm. That's really good. Well, excellent. Thank you for being here. And I hope you'll come back sometime.
Oh, me too. That would be great.
Back. Maybe you'll bring some friends from the library.
I got you. That would be great.
That sounds like a plan to me.
We'll put it in the books.
Okay. Christina Schweiss at the library. All right. Take care, everybody, and don't go away. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
You've explored the trails, stood in awe of the red rocks. Now, discover how Sedona became Sedona. The Sedona Heritage Museum tells the story of Red Rock country, from ancient cultures to today's vibrant community. It's interactive, family-friendly, and open year-round, indoors and out. Sedona Heritage Museum, preserving and sharing the soul of Red Rock country. Plan your visit at sedonamuseum.org or call 928-282-7038.
Take a deep breath, then let it go. At Sedona's New Day Spa, your escape begins the moment you arrive. Enjoy luxurious massages, rejuvenating facials, and native-inspired body treatments. Every moment is designed to restore balance and renew your spirit. Voted Sedona's Best Day Spa, this is more than self-care. It's your sanctuary. Book your experience today at SedonaNewDaySpa.com or call 928-282-7502.
When your project demands precision, experience, and trust, turn to Sefton Engineering Consultants. From expert civil engineering to construction management, we deliver real-world solutions that stand the test of time. With over 30 years in the business, Luke Sefton's team is committed to getting your project done right, on time, and on budget. Sefton Engineering Consultants. Reliable, experienced, personal. Learn more at SeftonEngineeringConsultants.com. Here's more of Sedona's Backstage Pass with Shondra, presented by the Doll Group.
Well, I hope you've had as much fun as I've had today with my guests. Oh my gosh, I love these people. Do you hear that? You know what that means? It's time for my shameless Shondra spot. want to give another plug to something that's happening that I am so excited about. For 5.5 years, my creative partner, Dev Ross, and I, and by the way, Dev Ross is an Emmy Award-winning writer. She wrote the script and I wrote the songs to a musical dramedy for teens and their family called Weird Detention. We're finally making this movie. It's actually happening. We start rehearsals with our actors and our crew. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the crew, but we're going to start mid-July, and we actually start filming. It's like a 10-day process of 4-day rehearsals and another 6 days for filming. We've got Amy Waddell as our director, Michael Chesworth, who's coming in from Phoenix. This guy is amazing. He is our director of photography. We have other people that you know, like Kate Hawks. She happens to be our production manager, and Margaret Knight is our assistant director. She does this full-time for her living. These are great individuals, and there's many others. We're just thrilled. We've got volunteers as our production assistants, and I want to thank the community for being behind us. We did a lot of fundraising last year, and a little call out for any of you who would like to make another donation, which is a tax deduction for you, because we have what we call a fiscal sponsor, which happens to be the Artist Forum in New York City. And you can check them out at the artistforum.com. They're fabulous. They're absolutely incredible. But I'll tell you what, if you really want to find them fast, go to weirddetention.com and you'll see right after a presentation that we actually filmed when we were doing these live here in Sedona last year. After that, you could see where you can make a tax deduction donation. Okay, you get a tax deduction. It's the truth. You can make a Zelle donation, or you can, you'll see it. It's just, you'll see the buttons. You can go through PayPal, and if you don't want PayPal to take money, then you can do it through Zelle. So much fun, and you will get a letter for your taxes. Why are we asking for donations again? Because we've got some post-production stuff coming up. We're pretty good right now with making this movie. And I just want to thank all the donors in our community and those of you who've made these donations, those of you who are from around the country who are listening, because many of you out there that don't live in Sedona have also made donations. So check it out, weirddetention.com. What is our mission? To help teens and their families understand nonviolent communication, conflict resolution skills in a very fun way to help stop the violence before it happens. Thank you, everybody, for staying with me the entire show, and thank you for sharing the link that you will find in Apple Podcasts in about an hour. Also, remember, you can go to mellowmountainradio.com and find all of the shows that I've been doing. This is my 8th show. Can you believe it? Almost 2 months worth of shows. And I want to thank my sponsors. Without them, I couldn't do these shows, which is Sedona Heritage Museum, Sefton Engineering, Quicker, Cleaner Car Wash, Sedona New Day Spa, and my presenting sponsor, The Doll Group. And of course, I want to thank Mellow Mountain Radio, 106.5 FM and 780 AM. Thank you, Ryan Thompson, my wonderful engineer, and the owner here of the station, Chuck Helstein. You guys rock it. Remember to tune in every Saturday at 10 a.m. By the way, next Saturday, I have one of my diva sisters with me. Those of you who have been living in Sedona, remember the Dynamite Divas? Well, Jeannie Carroll's going to be with me here in studio, and I'll tell you about our next guest. Well, you'll just have to tune in to find out who the other guest is. Okay, I'll see you on Saturday, 10 a.m. Remember, you can always find me on Apple Podcasts. Sedona Backstage Pass.